Would you say that the evening door knocking has better results? Do you prefer it weekends or weekdays? Should you have asked the renter if he's thinking of buying soon? All right, 3 questions in that one.
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's talk about those 3 questions. Probably the 3 questions that I get asked quite a bit when I go live on YouTube and share with you guys my door knocking adventures. I take you along with me. So the question is, first of all, do I think that the evenings are better? This goes back to when is the best time to door knock. I don't want to be cynical, but I want to give you guys the benefit of the doubt that you're asking because you're so busy that you need to schedule door knocking versus you'd rather not go out when it's not as effective. Does that make sense? Here's my answer, and has always been my answer. The best time to door knock is from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The worst time to door knock is before 8 a.m. and after sunset. So let me take that back. 9 a.m. to sunset. It is right now. It is 8:10 at night, and look, the street lights haven't even kicked on. So I was door knocking almost till 8:10 just now. But there's a certain threshold where I'm just not comfortable after 8 p.m. knocking on people's doors. They're like, what? You want to also pay attention to, what do they call those? The photosensitive lights. So if you're walking up to a door and it's, after 6, 7, 8 p.m. and it's getting close to sunset, that usually means that the photosensitive lights are going to start kicking on. So for example, you can see off into the distance, that house right there has a light on. That house back there has their lights on. That house back there has their lights on. That house back there has their lights on. So as you start seeing people turning on their lights, it's getting kind of late. It's probably time to wrap it up. I call it like hacky sack eyes. I'm a hacky sack player. I'm pretty damn good. I could have been a star. I could have been a pro hacky sack. But as I used to practice hacky sack as a kid, there used to be moments just before the sunsets where I had to stop playing because as I would kick, you know what hacky sack is, right? That little sack that you kick. It's like soccer juggling. I would have to stop because I would be kicking the ball and I would lose it because my eyes were not adjusted to the light because it was getting too dark, along with the frisbee. Like, for example, someone threw a frisbee at you. Would you catch it? If you couldn't catch it, it's probably too dark. I mean, these are strange ways to describe it being too dark, but my general rule of thumb has always been when the streetlights kick on. But as you can see, certain neighborhoods, the streetlights aren't kicking on yet, so I can't say that. As you start seeing photosensitive lights kicking on that are tripped by the darkness, sometimes you can see if there's cloudy skies, if the sky has been a lot of overcast, it gets dark earlier. So right now it is a perfectly beautiful, clear Southern California day. So therefore you will have, let me shut this off. You will have a lot more clarity in the sky. There will be more, it'll be just more sparkly. Is that the right way to say it? There'll be more sun coming from the sky. Does that make sense? Versus if it's a, picture right here. If it's a not cloud cover sky, like if it's gloomy day, then it starts getting a little bit darker and it just kind of has this sense of darkness. But again, today, I'm serious, it's like 8:12 and I'm still feeling like I could knock. So if you're looking for reasons to knock, then go all day, 9 a.m. to sunset. That's it. I have my watch that's set from sunrise to sunset so I can time myself on particularly door knocking. To be more transparent, during summer, I've got cotton mouth. It's been a long day of knocking. During the summer, because it does set later in the day, I prefer it to be cooler. So after 5 p.m. and less than 75 degrees, I'm good with that. I do not like sweating unless I'm working out. I don't like hills. I don't like the heat. I don't like stairs. Does that make sense? I don't like neighborhoods that have long corridors or tons of gates. These are the obstacles that I'm more concerned with. Not whether there's a better or worse time to knock. But my current schedule right now for the summer is to be on the phones in the afternoon when the sun is hot, and at the doors. So doors 9 a.m. to about 11, maybe 2, maybe 3 hours depending on the temperature. If it gets above 75 by 11, I'm done. My threshold, depending on the breeze, is about 75 to 80 degrees. I'm done. I don't want to carry water with me just so I can door knock. It's a lot of, extra weight. And then you're sweating and you're constantly having to wipe off like grease. It's hideous, right? So ideally 9 a.m. to noon, you're door knocking. And then at noon to about 4:30, you're on the phones. And then about 5 o'clock, you're at the doors from 5 to 8. Yes, that is a ridiculously long day. That is, in my idea, a perfect prospecting program, a perfect prospecting schedule, but life gets in the way. But if you have a template and say, this is the times I want to be doing this, let's set it and forget it, 9 a.m. to sunset. Those are your hours as a real estate agent. And guess what? You get to take days off. If you don't want to work Saturday, don't work Saturday, because you worked ridiculous hours during the week. But if you didn't work enough hours during the week, you have no right to be taken off Saturday. Sundays I give myself. I give myself one day of the week, because the world gives themselves one day. I'm going to take one day and no one can touch me on Sunday. But if I have a listing, I hold open houses. So again, you make hay while the sun shines. And right now, this video, summer of 2019, we're about to hit into July. The peak of the sun is right the first week of July is going to be when the sun is out. After like the 7th of July, the sun starts setting earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier. And by this time next month, it'll be 7:30 and it'll be dark again. Next month, it'll be 6:30. And then the next month, it'll be 5:30. And next thing you know, it's Christmas again. And oh my God, did you work hard enough? Did you think that the excuse of, well, weekends are better to door knock, so I guess I'm not going to door knock during the week because James said so? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say get out and prospect as much as you possibly can. Create leads, generate leads, follow up. Generate leads, make a relationship out of those leads, and follow up. The word follow up means build a relationship, okay? Let's get real here. Follow up doesn't mean call them to see if they're ready. Follow up means call them to see if they can trust and like and know you better, so that when they are ready, they'll call you. Sure, you can follow up, but make sure it's to build the relationship, to build the rapport, to deepen that strength, that bond that you had at the door or on the phone originally, to confirm that they're getting your information, that you are in fact providing value, and that they can acknowledge that, yes, thank you very much, have a nice day, how's the kids, how's the wife, happy birthday, how's your back? All that stuff is going to matter. It's about building the relationship. Follow up, lead generate. So that was the question, do I prefer weekends? It doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, 9 a.m. to sunset, Monday through Saturday. That's it. Take Sunday off and repeat. If you are at a listing presentation, that's the only time you should be off. If you're doing a final walkthrough, if you're doing a key handoff, if you're at a physical inspection, the things that require you to be there. Otherwise, there's not that much stuff that require you to be unavailable, especially if you're not doing so good. You've got to push yourself. You've got to hurry up. Now, I'm not saying you've got to have this behavior for the rest of your life. I'm saying if you don't have anything, you have no past clients, no sphere of influence, no connections, like me. I mean, I know I've been doing this 26 years, but I just moved here 3 years ago. I have been beating my head up against the wall as hard and as fast as I can to build relationships, to build a brand, to build recognition, so that maybe by year 4 or 5, people will start saying, hey, James, oh, hey, I see you everywhere. Oh, yeah, we're friends. And, oh, I got an agent. And that stuff's going to happen. But it's not going to happen overnight. But if you want to fast track it, this is really the only solution I have for you. So, welcome to the Festini Factor, a weekly program that every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're going to get a piece of content, actionable items, something that at $50 a month will be an absolute no-brainer. Every weekday, you're going to receive one video. Monday, we're going to have motivational messages. Monday Mindset is what it's called. One of the questions everyone asks, how do I keep going? I'm going to let you in on that. The Monday Motivational. Tuesday is going to be technology. Every Tuesday, I'm going to deliver you a message about the latest and greatest technology, whether it's old school or new school. Every week, you're going to get a Technology Tuesday tip. Wednesday is marketing. Whether you do it online or you're going old school, if you're going door to door and you're creating marketing pieces, you're creating flyers, every Wednesday I'm going to deliver to you actionable plans, actionable items where you can download a template for marketing, whether it's an email marketing piece or an actual printed piece that you can take with you to the doors or a mailer that you can do. You can start adding and building your letter library. Wednesday is going to be marketing pieces, the world of marketing. That's a big day for us. Thursday is going to be sellers, exclusively dedicated to handling sellers, either obtaining listings, negotiating contracts, scripts, dialogues, expireds for sell-by owners, you name it. If it's a seller, I'm going to cover it. And of course, Friday, the last day of the week, setting you up for the weekend, buyers. Every Friday, I'm going to give you tips and pieces of advice on how to generate buyer leads, how to handle buyer leads, and that includes negotiating, how to get your offer accepted, how to write the perfect offer, a whole system that I share with you so that you can go out there and get to work. Thanks for watching.
Gal or the guy says, I'm a renter. Why don't I ask them if they're looking to buy? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I'm knocking $1 million neighborhood, then yeah, I probably ask all of them because there's no reason why they should be renting when they're living in $1 million house and they're renting. But these, I don't know. Maybe I should ask more, I guess. I just don't. The truth is I'm not looking for buyers. I'm looking for sellers. And I guess I could pick up a couple buyers, but I don't know. Not into buyers. You know, I buyers are a lot easier to come by, and I guess that's my answer. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I just don't. That's all. I guess I could, but you know, I do ask a lot, and it never really converts. I don't think I've ever really. No. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time here in this evening, and let's keep working tomorrow. You guys, if you aren't following me on Instagram, go to Instagram, James Festini. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on iTunes. I have a podcast, so if you don't have time to watch me, this is probably an audio version. And finally, I do one-on-one coaching. It's very limited, but if you guys are really like my style, the best thing you can do is just hire me. Go to jamesfestini.com/training and look at my products. I've got all sorts of products on door knocking, cold calling, lead generation, scripts, dialogues, all sorts of freebies, and all sorts of paid content if you guys are interested in really getting your system together. That's what I do, is I build systems for individuals who want to speed up and work really hard and make that work. All right. Thanks. Good luck.
This episode is brought to you by MojoSells.com. Expireds for sell by owners and prospecting solutions along with DNC compliance. It is my CRM of choice because I can set up emails and letters and follow-up campaigns to follow up more efficiently with the leads that I generate. Go to MojoSells.com. Want more knowledge? Please find me anywhere you consume content. On YouTube, go to James Festini. If you want to listen to my content on iTunes, please leave me a 5-star review. Join the Festini Mafia at jamesfestini.com/training. There you'll find all of my products and information. If you like to make money, get back to work.